I was going to tell you, this morning I was on YouTube and I was just kind of, just checking to see if there were any comments or anything. I noticed that that the last vlog that was up, which was actually 2 vlogs ago for you, somebody gave me a thumbs down. And I just want to say about that, I don't get thumbs downs very often, but because I have a small channel and I don't have as many people watching me, but I really have this feeling that YouTube should require that if you give someone a thumbs down, that you have to give a comment. You have to tell why, because I think that, because otherwise there's no way of knowing what to fix. Like, what did I do wrong? Did I was my video quality terrible? Was it that I didn't give enough recipes and you're really interested in the food I'm making? Was it that I did too many card chats? I mean, I don't know. It's just hard to know. It's like having a test, like taking a test and you get it back and it says 70%, and then you look through the test and nothing is marked wrong. Like, what do I do? So otherwise it's perceived to me like I'm getting a thumbs down on my life. And so maybe it is a thumbs down on my life. Am I not fun enough? Is my life not as dramatic and sad as it has been in the past, and that's what you want to see? I don't know. So it's just so agonizing to me, and I know I should just get over it. When you put your life out there for people to see, you have no control over what they're going to do or anything like that. But that is just one thing that I feel like whenever I've gotten a thumbs down, I just wish somebody would tell me what they wished I had done differently. Okay, that's my rant. Hi guys, it's Wednesday. I've got all the blinds in here closed because it's supposed to be like 110 today. It doesn't feel that bad right now though. It says it's 100 and it's 1 o'clock. I bet it's not gonna get, you know what I find? I find that it will say that it's one temperature, and then at our house, it's not that hot. I learned recently that we are at a slightly higher elevation where we are, where our property is from the town. And in the west, those of you from the west know this. Temperature, weather, all of that is all about elevation. It's why in the state of Arizona, you can have 116 degrees in Phoenix, and then Flagstaff gets 100 inches of snow. And that's because Phoenix is under 2,000 feet in elevation, and Flagstaff is at 7,000 feet. So it's all about that. Anyway, so it probably won't get to be 100. I don't have the air conditioning on yet, believe it or not. Like I said, this house is pretty amazing. Wanted to show you though, or talk to you about what I'm making, not for dinner, but what I'm gonna be cooking probably today. I have an abundance of tomatoes. This is about 2 pounds, and like those could ripen up more, but I have some that are getting really soft. So I'm gonna take these and make a roasted tomato soup, which I am then going to freeze. Just like the other day, I made a zucchini and leek soup and poured those into containers with enough for John and I to have a dinner. And so I'm gonna do this, and the recipe does call for, at the end, some cream. I'll link the recipe for you, but it calls for some cream being added in. You could either not add that at all, or add in some kind of non-dairy cream kind of a thing, milk, whatever, to it. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and prepare the recipe and freeze it without the cream in there, because it's something that gets added at the end. And so the idea is that you would do all the cooking of this, and then you take it off the heat and add the cream right before you serve it. So I'm just going to make it and put it in the containers and freeze it, and put a note on there about adding some cream in before serving. And then in the fall, I will decide whether I want to use actual cream or some kind of non-dairy kind of thing. Okay, so we're out in the refrigerator in my garage. The tomato soup came up with, ended up making 2 batches. And then I made 1 loaf of zucchini bread, banana zucchini bread, it's vegan. And then I did make another one, but this is small because I ate part of it. And then I had already made those zucchini breads before. That was the whole idea, that I grew so much in my garden. I think maybe I grew a little bit too much, but the whole idea was that I could make things to put away for winter. It'll be really nice, you know, in the wintertime when I don't have to cook all the time and I have all this great tasting stuff. Hey guys, it's Thursday morning. As you can see, I'm irrigating. We haven't irrigated for a few weeks. Really kind of overcast today, and you can kind of see it sort of looks like maybe there's rain trying to fall. Feels a little humid. Of course, maybe that's just because I'm standing here in my yard that is slowly turning into a lake. But anyway, I hope it rains. I don't think it's supposed to, but you know. My dad says the best way to tell what the weather is going to be in Flagstaff or anywhere in Arizona is to look out the window, because apparently it's very hard to predict the weather in this part of the country. Come in, Mary. Come in. Come on. It's Friday, and I thought I would show you what I just got. Went over to my neighbor's house. Their peach trees are ready to harvest. You can hear the cats fighting. They do this every night now. But they seem to like each other because they follow each other around. It's just that Mary's super vocal about her play. Anyway, so they had told me a few weeks back, they said we've got more peaches than we can eat. They have several trees. And they said come over anytime you want and, you know, get some peaches. So I've gone over 2 times before this to get a few. And usually when I pick them, they're like almost ripe, but I wait another day or so to eat them, and they're so juicy. So I was thinking, I got a little bit more than I usually get over there. I was thinking that I would try to make some peach cobbler and freeze it. So, you know, so it's not just like only enjoying peaches in the summer and then you have to wait until next year. I also got my second shipment of the Principal Secret skincare. This time, now the way you do this thing is you can get any number of products in a month. You could get 8, you can get 10, you could get 2, whatever. And so I got 6, right? 7. I got 7 this time. I didn't get any cleanser because the cleanser I had from last time was a pretty big tube and I didn't use it all. And you may notice that the containers have green lids instead of the gray like I had before. Like this one right here. This is the neck and jaw cream. They didn't have any in this other line here. This is their botanical line. It's called the Reclaim Botanical line, and it's supposed to have ingredients that are non-toxic and friendlier to the earth. And so let me show you what I got here. They have a neck cream, but they were out of it. So I went ahead and took the regular Reclaim Jaw and Neck Cream. I really, really, really like this stuff. This one is their Radiant Recovery Night Cream. This one is the Radiant Recovery Day Cream with a broad spectrum SPF 15. This is their Radiant Recovery Fluid Eye Cream. This is called Synant, S-Y-N-A-N-T, Synant Peptide. This is the Daily Essential Serum. And the last one is their Recovery Moisture. And I think that's like, is that like a serum? Or I'm going to have to read. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, so these are a little bit different. I also want to take you outside. It looks like we're going to get a monsoon storm. We saw storm clouds in the sky yesterday when John got home from work. And there was a storm, but it was farther away from us. And now, let me show you the sky. So the sky's looking pretty dark. The wind's blowing. Yeah, you know, you've seen my videos before. At this time of day, it's, what time of day is it? It's 3:15, and so you guys know that how blue the skies are around here normally, and it's just cloudy and it just feels different. I'm starting to smell rain, as you guys might remember from the previous vlog where I talked about how Arizona, turn this around, I talked about how Arizona has a really distinct smell when it starts to rain, and it's from the creosote bush. In fact, I want to show you, I found a video. There's a song that was by Rex Allen Jr., and it's called I Love You Arizona, and it became the Arizona state song. It's from a while back, like maybe 25 years ago or something. Rex Allen Jr., for any of you country fans, apparently, I don't know if he grew up there, but he lived in Scottsdale, Arizona, where I lived when I was in high school. So he wrote this song, and so I looked online because there's a line of the song that mentions the smell of the rain. And so I found this slideshow on YouTube, and I'm gonna film a little part of it right now, but I'm gonna link it for you in the space below if you wanna see the whole thing. The person who put this together just had the most beautiful photos of different places in Arizona. She did not include pictures of Flagstaff, but she did include pictures of places all over southern Arizona, Sedona, even north of Flagstaff. And it's also dedicated like to her husband or something, so there's a dedication at the end. I don't know who she is. It's just a great slideshow, so I will link the whole thing for you if you're interested, but I'm gonna play part of it for you right now.
I love you, Arizona. Desert dust on the wind, the sage and cactus are blooming, and the smell of the rain on your skin. Arizona, you're the magic in me. Arizona, you're the lifeblood of me.
Okay, like I said, you can hit the link for the whole video if you're interested in taking a look at it, but I think Arizona is so beautiful, and it's so different in so many places, you know? Tons of snow in one place, desert in another, the Grand Canyon, waterfalls, cactus, I mean the whole thing, it's just really, you know, just cool, I think. Oh, I wanted to give you guys an update on my mother-in-law. I can't remember what I told you the last time, but the last time she had her CA-125 check, that's the cancer number, remember that in a person who does not have cancer, it's probably like around 30, and for her, it was 1,600 at the beginning. As of her last chemo treatment this past week, it was down to 25. 25! Like, if you or I had that test taken, we would be around the same place. Now, she has to continue to have her chemo treatments once a week through September, or at least partway into September, just because, you know, I guess there's just too much of a chance that it could come back. My father-in-law said that they found out she has, she's gotten a urinary tract infection, but you know, that's kind of par for the course when you're killing off the good bugs and the bad bugs in your body. So anyway, just really cool news for her, and I hate it that she has to spend, what, 2.5 more months going through treatment, but the outcome certainly could be a lot worse. Hi guys, happy 4th of July. We are on our way over. We're almost to our church. We were just at a barbecue, some people on our street, and then now we're our church is gathering. There's like a field right as part of the church property, and it's not far terribly from the casino where they do fireworks, and so everybody is gathering over there just to kind of see the fireworks. Hopefully we get a good view of them. I don't know how good of a view. John's shaking his head like, no, it's not going to be a good view. But I don't know. I can't imagine it would be horrible if they're actually telling people to come here for fireworks. So anyway, so hopefully you guys had a nice 4th of July and that you did some fun things. So talk to you guys later. So they're giving out
Sounds like a chainsaw.
glow sticks for everybody. Kind of fun. Not a huge crowd, but some. It's fun, guys. I'm at my church. I'm getting ready to pull in the parking lot, and I'm just looking up here, and there's just, somebody. Sorry about my windows being dirty, but there's just somebody riding along on a horse with another horse behind her. This is where I live. Hey guys, it's Saturday. We got a heck of a storm coming in. A lot of dust blowing around. Does it mean we're gonna get rain? No, probably not. This is an Arizona dust storm, I'll tell you. Not as bad as it could be. And the funny thing is, we have a homeowners association barbecue in a couple hours down by the river. Interesting to see what happens. Now my neighbor let her horses out in the pasture out there. You might be able to see them. Where are they? Right out there. It's just safer for them to be out in a place like that instead of in their pens where stuff from trees, from the trees that shade them, could fall down on them and stuff. And the goats are out there too. Can you see them? It's so funny. Curly and Fat Jack. Anyway, sure wish this would turn into some rain. I also want to show you what John did out here. We were looking into some built-in cabinets for the garage, and it looked like what we were wanting was going to cost about $4,000. And that was a lot more than what we were anticipating, and we've spent so much money since we moved into this house. So he bought these things by Husky and put them together. They're real heavy duty metal, real heavy duty. I mean this is like really strong stuff. Okay, you guys, it is starting to rain right now. I just felt a drop on the back of my leg. Ooh, look at that. But all of my tomatoes, I came out here, they were all falling over. So I came out here with a hammer and I started swinging, and then I started using these kind of things to prop up the cages. And then over here, this guy was laying completely over, so I just took a sawhorse and laid it against it. Yeah, I don't know how all this stuff is gonna fare through this storm, but they were all laying in this direction. The wind is really coming down. The lightning, probably gonna hear thunder here pretty soon, but it's starting to rain, so I'm gonna go in. But I wanna show you, look, I got an artichoke that's growing. Woo-hoo-hoo. All right, I do not know. I have no makeup on. I'm going to take a shower right now. I don't know if we're having our barbecue tonight, but since it's like the skies are going to open up, yay, monsoon rain, and we may not be having our barbecue. It's a coming down. Look at that, you guys. Getting a decent monsoon rain, yay. Okay, so we found out that the party for our neighborhood is not going to be held at the park. It's being held at my next door neighbor's house over here. They have a nice big patio, and although I don't know, the rain's kind of fallen this way and their patio would be here, so we'll probably spend most of our time inside. And then we're going over to another neighbor's house afterwards to watch mixed martial arts fights. Yes. UFC. We're totally into that. So, hi guys, it is Sunday morning. Weird light shining on my face. I'm heading over to church. John's working today. He, he has that position where he, goes to different locations on different days, and most of the time it's weekdays, but he's working a Sunday today. So, anyway, heading over there, of course, to sing. And just wanted to tell you that last night, golly, I was freaking out. I was out there just with my tomato plants were literally, some of them laying on the ground, and several of them laying on each other, and the support cages I had just were not enough to hold up to that wind from the monsoon storm, and then it poured rain and all of that. Once I got those stakes put in, everything stayed standing, so that was good. I went out and checked this morning and everything is still in place. I'm just going to leave all that stuff in because we should be getting more monsoon storms. It's super humid this morning, and the sky's just sort of like hazy with humidity, and so it's very likely we'll get another storm today, which I really hope we will. Our party last night, well, it was really an annual HOA meeting, and so most everyone from our street was there, and so it was it was kind of nice because it was a potluck, so it didn't seem, it seemed a lot more like a social event with a few business items, and so that was fun to get everyone on the street together for that. And then afterwards we went down to our neighbor's house, a couple houses down from us, and hung out, socialized, watched some mixed martial arts fights, and yeah, it was just kind of a fun evening. I just am reminded once again what an amazing neighborhood this is that we live in, and we could not have asked for anything better. I mean, seriously, we thought we were leaving a really good street. Well, we were. I mean, we had great neighbors in our old house, but it wasn't near the community feel that this place has. So just amazing. We're so blessed. Okay, so I'm just rambling. I'm just gonna do freelance work today, and since John's gone and he's off work tomorrow, and we're going up to Flagstaff, he's got a couple of doctor's appointments, and so we're going up there for that. So really, I'm just writing. Oh no, I'm gonna make some peach crisp with those peaches that I picked from my neighbor's house. They're ripe now. I mean, they're soft and just perfect for making that. And so I'm gonna make that today, and I'll show you that. Yeah, I'll show you that, and then I will. I'm actually going to make a few batches, well, as much as it will make, and then freeze them. So I'll show you what that looks like. Another monsoon coming in. Believe it or not, this is calmed down. I took all my plants off this ladder. Oh, here we go. Our cushions were blowing around. I actually took some of the cushions off here and set them down. John took the ones from the front on the side yard and put them in the garage. Out there on that tree, I have a little hummingbird feeder kind of a thing with water for the hummingbirds. These ones I have sugar water in. But anyway, they had these little balls that hold water in, and one of them had fallen off because it was being blown around, so I just took the whole thing down. Anyway, looks like we're starting to get some drops of rain, and this is good though. I mean, I hate the wind, but we need the rain.